Wanting to become a YouTuber for fun or for profit? Check out the amazing Blue Yeti microphone today. Affiliate link in the video description. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and I'm not gonna lie, this story is 100% real. This is not fake news. And when I first read about this story, I thought that it was fake news, and I thought to myself, if I call this out as fake news, if I go out there and I hashtag the hell out of this as being fake news, this will clearly get me the job as a White House communications director. This will appease God Emperor Trump and allow me to come on in and clean things up from a Bernie supporter perspective. No, it's real. This is the world we live in, where 15 teens have been treated for rabies after gang raping a donkey, as cops urge others who admired the beast to come forward. Okay. The stricken youth spent a week in a Moroccan hospital after catching the highly contagious disease from the beast, as I guess tends to happen when you engage in, you don't wear a condom, I guess. 15 teenagers in a rural Moroccan town have been treated for rabies after reportedly raping an infected local donkey, according to reports. Now, two things. One, someone actually physically wrote the term reportedly raping an infected local donkey. And then two, I then said raping a local infected donkey. It's mark it off the bucket list at this point, folks. Just mark it off the bucket lists. Now, the youths from Sidi Al-Kamal spent a week in hospital being treated after the animal transmitted the disease to them. And this is coming from the Al-Akhbar newspaper. Now, if you're wondering why it's called the Al-Akhbar newspaper and why you're hearing about teenagers raping an animal, that would probably have to do with the fact that 93% of the population of Morocco is considered religious, and Islam is the majority and constitutionally established state in Morocco. So we know that that tends to be a case sometimes with Islam. Yeah. Anyway, the shocking incident left the families of the youngsters in distress and horror because people found out that your kids, you know, repeatedly had sex with a donkey and not in Mexico. Just saying. It was also claimed that the number of infected could be a lot higher as many families took their sons for treatment in hospitals outside the immediate area to avoid shame. And I get that. No one wants to be that family. Oh, why is Samuel here? Oh, you didn't hear? He's being treated for rabies. Why? Dude. Sheila, the local donkey. And it's like the village bike. Everyone gets a ride. Just Samuel, he just got the rabies of him. I mean, like, I get it. And nobody wants to be that family. And the fact that there were 15 teenagers that were all caught up in this. That's horrible. It's like, yes, I'm making jokes at this, but it's really fucking horrible. The infected boy stayed at the Mekara Belksuri Hospital for 1 week to receive rabies vaccination. Which, if you can catch rabies early enough, it's curable. Once it sets in, then it's a way worse problem. So at least they caught it early enough to where the boys could be treated. I mean, that's good. I'm happy for that. I'm very happy for that. Local authorities are now trying to find anyone else who has approached or admired the animal closely to further limit the spread of disease. Which really does make me wonder how many people had sex with this donkey. I mean, like, legitimately, is this a thing in this town? If 15 teens caught rabies from the donkey, and the cops are now going, how many people fucked this thing? Then we're in a weird scenario. The occurrence quickly became the subject of mockery and ridicule among the population of the small town, as it would. And I'm not going to lie. As it should. It should. We should mock people for fucking animals. We should mock people for doing that. It's like, I get it. You're in a small, you're in a small Moroccan town. Maybe there's not lots of ladies around. You got to feel, you got the urges. You're growing your, you want to go and do something. Fine. You beat your meat. You find a rock, you put it in a shape, or you draw maybe a pair of boobies and a vajay on there, and you get up and you treat that as your cum rag. That's what you do. You don't go and fuck a donkey. But apparently peer pressure is a real problem in this fucking town. Because that's the way I see it, like peer pressure. 15 kids, because you know it had to start with somebody, right? Like, you know it had to start. It starts off like one of those, like American Pie, but with donkey raping, right? Like, it starts off and the kids are just like, hey, y'all hear about that donkey on the edge of town? It's great for taking your virginity. We should all go out there and do it, like a, group bonding experience sort of thing. Like, and that would be like their adventure to get to the outskirts of town to find the magical ass that they can lose their virginity to. I mean, like, come on. However, it also became the subject of fear and shame for parents who, in the utmost secrecy, had their children vaccinated in case they had touched the animal. Yeah, that's going to cause a huge epidemic, a huge fear of an epidemic coming into that small town. Rabies is not anything to screw around with, I got bit by a dog a number of years ago, and they were worried that I would get rabies. Like, they tested me, all that shit. I got tetanus from it. They're like, okay, good, you're fine. You don't have to go get the shots in your stomach. But, still, it's a worry when you come into contact with these kind of animals. Now, the local authorities ordered the owner of the animal to slaughter it in order to further avoid risk of spreading the disease. Now, I just have to stop for a second and say that is the worst case of victim shaming I have ever seen. The donkey didn't do nothing. The donkey was the victim, and the cops are kill it. But then again, to be fair, and I might catch some flack for this in the comments, but to be fair, we do live in a world where countries that are predominantly Muslim, like in Pakistan and other places, have stoned women to death for being raped. So them ordering the donkey slaughtered does kind of seem in line with the custom. And that is no laughing matter, that these things legitimately exist and is a problem. Honor killings, things like that, it happens. In Indonesia, they caned a woman for holding her boyfriend's hand. I mean, in these scenarios, clearly there's a problem. But I can understand why they'd want it slaughtered, why they'd want it killed. You have a donkey that is rabies infected. And people have been getting it. It is becoming a bit of a problem for the town. The best case would be people stop fucking the donkey. I would argue that would probably be the best course of action going forward. But in the meantime, maybe, stopping the disease before it spreads further. Sure, I get that too. And then it says that earlier this month, a man was accused of having sex with a horse in Florida. This moves on to another story. But this is legit. This legitimately happened. 15 teens gang raped a donkey in Morocco. And that's something. That's a story now that I guess I'll be fair for a second here. It's not uncommon for animals to be the subject of rape and molestation in certain areas of the world. It's unfortunate, that it has to happen. I don't agree with it at all. It is part of I guess you could say those places. And, but you hear something like this and it really does bring about that whole, when I was a kid, with the AIDS conversation was a big thing. And there was that big, oh, hey, did you hear how AIDS got into the populace? Keep in mind, this is in the 80s and shit, right? And you're like, no, how did people get AIDS? Oh man, they fucked a monkey. What? No, man, no one would fuck a monkey. Nah, dude, they fucking balls deep a monkey. That's how they got AIDS. And that was a stigma for a long goddamn time. Now we have legit stories of teenagers getting rabies from fucking a donkey. And really, between a donkey and a monkey, it's just one letter. So I'm just saying. These stories will spread because of things like this. No one fucked a monkey to get AIDS. All right. Not that I'm aware of. The story, as far as I know, is not that at all. It was just infected monkey meat, cut on finger, blood transfusion, that kind of shit. But this is a legitimate thing. Teens raped a donkey and they got rabies as a result. I really hope that they learn their lesson. Maybe then in some cases, abstinence truly is the best policy. Well, that wraps up the video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and giving it a watch. If you guys would like to support the channel, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, share it around, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications so you're up to date on all the content this channel releases. If you'd like to help out during the adpocalypse, you can do so with Amazon affiliate links in the beginning of the video. There is Patreon. $1 from everyone would go a really long way right now, as well as also Bitcoin and PayPal. Thank you guys very much. My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.